Stop chasing what hurts you, because your heart was never meant to beg for love. Have you been giving your energy to someone who gives you just enough hope to keep waiting, but not enough peace to let your heart rest? This message is here to help you come back to yourself so better love can finally find space. There comes a moment when your soul gets tired of reaching for what keeps pulling away. You may still care. You may still remember the good parts. You may still hope that things could become softer, kinder, clearer. But deep inside, you know the truth. Something has been taking too much from you. Something has been asking you to wait in pain, to shrink your needs, to silence your feelings, and to call that love. This message is for the part of you that keeps checking, keeps wondering, keeps trying to understand why love has felt so hard. It is for the part of you that has given many chances, even when your own heart was asking for rest. It is for the part of you that smiled in front of others while feeling heavy inside. It is for the quiet place in you that still wants to be chosen, but no longer wants to lose itself. You do not have to chase what keeps hurting your spirit. You do not have to run after a feeling that leaves you empty. You do not have to keep proving that you are worth care, attention, honesty, and respect. Real love does not need you to bleed quietly before it notices your heart. Real love does not ask you to abandon your peace so that another person can feel comfortable. Let your body hear that gently. Your love is not the problem. Your softness is not the problem. Your hope is not the problem. The pain begins when your love has nowhere safe to land. For a long time, you may have believed that if you held on a little longer, explained yourself a little better, loved with more patience, or stayed available, through more confusion, something would finally change. Maybe you told yourself that the silence had a reason. Maybe you told yourself that the distance did not mean what it felt like. Maybe you made excuses for the coldness because your heart wanted to remember the warmth. And because you are a loving person, you tried to understand everything. You tried to see the wound behind the behavior. You tried to be mature. You tried to be forgiving. You tried to be calm. But somewhere in all that trying, you forgot to ask a very important question. What is this doing to me? What is this doing to my peace? What is this doing to the way I see myself? Because love is not only about how deeply you can care for another person. Love is also about whether your own soul is safe in that connection. Love is about whether your heart can rest. Love is about whether your truth has room. Love is about whether you can be yourself without fear that your feelings will push the other person away. If you have been chasing what hurts you, you may feel tired in a way sleep cannot fix. Your chest may feel heavy when you think of them. Your stomach may tighten when the message does not come. Your mind may replay the same memories, trying to find the exact moment when things changed. Your eyes may feel tired from holding back tears you never wanted anyone to see. This is not weakness. This is your body telling you that something inside you is asking for peace. And today, you are allowed to listen. You are allowed to stop running after mixed signals. You are allowed to stop waiting for crumbs of love. You are allowed to stop making your worth depend on another person's mood. You are allowed to stop turning your heart into a waiting room for someone who does not know how to enter with care. My dear, this does not mean your love was foolish. It means your love was deep. It means your heart believed in possibility. It means you saw something beautiful, or you wanted to see something beautiful, and you held on because love mattered to you. There is no shame in that. There is no shame in having a heart that hopes. There is no shame in wanting to be loved clearly. But there is a difference between hope and self-abandonment. Hope lifts you. Self-abandonment drains you. Hope gives your heart light. Self-abandonment makes you disappear. Hope says, love is possible. Self-abandonment says, I must suffer to receive it. Today, you are being guided away from suffering, not away from love. Away from the old belief that love must hurt before it becomes real. Away from the idea that being chosen by another person is worth losing your peace. Away from the habit of reaching for hands that do not hold you with tenderness. Let your shoulders soften as you hear this. You do not have to keep chasing a place where your heart does not feel safe. You do not have to keep asking pain to become love. You do not have to keep waiting for someone to become gentle before you are allowed to be free. There is a better kind of love, and it needs space. It cannot fully enter a heart that is crowded with fear, old hope, old waiting, and the constant need to be chosen by what keeps causing pain. Better love needs room. It needs room inside your mind. It needs room inside your body. It needs room inside your daily life. It needs room inside the way you speak to yourself. And the first space is created when you stop chasing what hurts you. Not with anger, not with hate, not with a loud decision you have to prove to the world, but with a quiet return to your own soul. You can love someone and still stop following the path that keeps cutting your feet. You can care about someone and still choose not to stand where your heart keeps being wounded. You can wish them peace and still refuse to make your life smaller for their confusion. This is not cold. This is not selfish. This is not cruel. This is self-respect beginning to speak. For many people, chasing does not look loud. It happens silently. It happens in the mind before it happens in action. It happens when you keep checking for signs. It happens when you read old messages and try to feel close again. It happens when you imagine what you could say that might finally make them understand. It happens when you keep your heart open to someone who has shown you that they cannot meet it with care. And every time you do that, a small part of your energy leaves you and goes toward them. Your morning starts with them. Your night ends with them. Your mood rises and falls with them. Your peace becomes tied to their attention. Your body begins to live as if love is a test you might fail. But love is not a test. Love is not a place where you must keep proving that you are easy to choose. Love is not a place where you must hide your needs to keep another person close. Love is not a place where your nervous system has to stay alert, guessing, waiting, fearing, and hoping. Better love feels different. It may not always feel exciting in the old way because the old way may have been mixed with fear. Better love may feel calm. It may feel simple. It may feel clear. It may feel like your body does not have to prepare for pain. It may feel like your words can come out honestly. It may feel like you are not punished for being human. But before better love can find space, your own love must return to you. So let this be the beginning of your return, not the end of your heart, not the end of love, not the end of hope. The beginning of loving yourself in a way that no longer asks you to disappear. I am allowed to stop chasing pain. I am allowed to choose peace without guilt. I am allowed to come back to myself. At first, you may not call it chasing. You may call it caring. You may call it being loyal. You may call it giving space. You may call it understanding. And sometimes love does ask for patience. Sometimes people go through heavy seasons. Sometimes hearts need time to open, but there is a point where patience becomes pain, and your spirit begins to know the difference. You know it when you feel anxious more than loved. You know it when you are more confused than peaceful. You know it when you keep lowering your needs and still feel like you are asking for too much. You know it when a small message can lift your whole day and a silence can make your heart feel unwanted. You know it when you start acting like their attention is proof that you matter. That is not love feeding you. That is fear training you. Fear says, chase a little more. Maybe they will see you. Fear says, stay quiet. Maybe they will not leave. Fear says, accept less. Maybe something is better than nothing. But love speaks in another way. Love says, your heart matters too. Love says, peace is not too much to ask for. Love says, you do not have to be chosen by someone who keeps making you feel alone. This is the tender truth. Chasing what hurts you slowly makes you forget your own value. It makes you feel grateful for small kindness after long coldness. It makes you mistake relief for love. It makes you believe that if the pain stops for a little while, then maybe things are finally changing. But peace that comes only after fear is not the same as safety. You deserve more than emotional hunger followed by small drops of attention. You deserve more than guessing where you stand. You deserve more than carrying a connection that only feels alive when you are the one giving, reaching, fixing, and forgiving. My dear, your heart was not created to live on little pieces of love. Your spirit was not made to survive on almost, maybe, sometimes, and not yet. You are not here to be kept in confusion while your soul slowly forgets how beautiful it is. When you chase what hurts you, you begin to leave yourself behind in small ways. You stop saying what you really feel. You answer quickly even when they made you wait. You laugh off things that hurt. You tell yourself not to be too sensitive. You try to become easier, lighter, quieter, less needy, less emotional, less human. But love that requires you to become less of yourself is not the love your soul is asking for. Your soul is asking for a love where you can breathe naturally in your own being. A love where your voice is not a danger. A love where your feelings are not treated like a problem. A love where care is not something you have to pull out of another person with tired hands. And if that love is not present yet, then this is not a reason to hate yourself. This is a reason to return to yourself. Let your face soften. Let the old shame loosen. You are not behind. You are not foolish. You are not weak. You were trying to love from the best place you knew. You were trying to keep hope alive. You were trying to make meaning out of pain. You were trying to turn a difficult connection into proof that you could finally be chosen. But you do not need to keep suffering to prove that. Your love was real. Your love was real. Your pain was real. And now your healing must be real too. The hidden cost of chasing is not only the tears. It is not only the waiting. It is not only the nights when your mind would not rest. The deeper cost is what you start believing about yourself while you are waiting for someone else to love you properly. You may start believing that you are too emotional, but maybe you were simply not being met with care. You may start believing that you are hard to love, but maybe you were offering your heart to someone who did not know how to receive it. You may start believing that you must earn tenderness, but maybe tenderness was always meant to be part of love, not a reward for perfect behavior. You may start believing that silence means you are not enough. But silence from another person does not define your worth. Their distance is not your identity. Their confusion is not your value. Their inability to love clearly is not proof that you are difficult to love. You have to separate these things inside your heart. Otherwise, you will keep carrying pain that does not belong to your soul. You will keep turning another person's limits into your own shame. You will keep asking, "What is wrong with me?" when the deeper question may be, "Why am I staying where my heart cannot rest?" This question is not meant to hurt you. It is meant to wake you gently. Because there is a version of you underneath this chasing who is calm, clear, loving, and whole. This version has not disappeared. This version has only been covered by worry, covered by waiting, covered by old longing, covered by the habit of making another person the center of your emotional world. That version is still there. The version of you who laughs freely. The version of you who sleeps with peace. The version of you who trusts life again. The version of you who does not need to perform for affection. the version of you who can love without losing herself. That version is calling you back. Maybe you can feel it now as a quiet ache. Maybe it feels like sadness. Maybe it feels like tiredness. Maybe it feels like a small knowing that you cannot continue this way. That knowing is not here to punish you. It is here to guide you. It is the part of you that loves you too much to let you keep shrinking. When you chase what hurts you, you may also begin to confuse intensity with love. If the connection feels dramatic, you may think it is deep. If the emotions rise and fall, you may think it means passion. If someone pulls away and then returns with warmth, you may feel relief and call it love. But a nervous heart can mistake relief for safety. Better love does not need to keep hurting you so that you can feel grateful when it becomes kind again. Better love does not keep you guessing until a small sign feels like a miracle. Better love does not make your peace depend on whether someone decides to show up today. Better love can be steady. It can be warm. It can be honest. It can be kind without making you afraid of losing it at any moment. This may feel unfamiliar if you have learned to chase. Calm, love may feel strange at first. Clear love may feel too simple. Healthy love may not create the same rush that old pain created, but peace is not empty. Peace is not boring. Peace is what your heart has been asking for beneath all the noise. The part of you that chases may not be chasing the person as much as it is chasing relief. Relief from uncertainty. Relief from rejection. Relief from feeling unwanted. Relief from the old ache of not being chosen. And when that relief seems to come from them, you may keep returning to the same place, hoping it will finally heal you. But what if the healing is not in their return? What if the healing is in your return? Your return to your own body, your return to your own needs, your return to your own peace, your return to the truth that you were worthy before they came close, and you are worthy even if they drift away. Let this truth settle into the heart. I no longer confuse anxiety with love. I no longer call confusion my home. I no longer make pain the price of being chosen. The cost of chasing also shows up in your daily life. You may lose focus. You may feel tired while doing simple things. You may stop enjoying small moments because a part of your mind is always waiting for a message, waiting for a sign, waiting for a change, waiting for proof that they care. But your life is too sacred to be spent waiting for someone else to decide your worth. Your days are not meant to be controlled by another person's silence. Your joy is not meant to depend on their attention. Your peace is not meant to disappear every time they become distant. You are allowed to live again, even before every question has an answer. You are allowed to take your energy back from the endless waiting. You are allowed to stop building your whole mood around a connection that does not give you steady care. You are allowed to say, "This has hurt me enough," and saying that does not mean you are giving up on love. It means you are giving up on self-abandonment. It means you are no longer willing to call pain devotion. It means you are no longer willing to measure your worth by how long you can suffer for someone who may not even know the depth of what you carry. This is where self-love becomes real, not as a pretty idea, not as a sweet phrase, but as a choice you make when your heart is shaking. A choice to stop walking toward what keeps wounding you. A choice to stop explaining your value to what keeps missing it. A choice to stop waiting outside the place where your soul feels cold. Self-love says, I will not keep using my own heart against myself. Self-love says, I can be tender and still be strong. Self-love says I can care and still leave the pain behind. Let your hands relax. Let the old need to hold everything together begin to soften. You do not have to carry the whole connection. You do not have to be the bridge, the apology, the patience, the hope, the repair, and the waiting heart. Love is not meant to be carried by only you. A real connection has movement from both sides, care from both sides, honesty from both sides, effort from both sides. When only your heart is reaching, your soul becomes tired. And when your soul becomes tired, it starts sending signals through your body. The heaviness, the tightness, the tears that come suddenly, the deep need to sleep, the feeling that you are losing yourself. These are not random. They are messages from inside you. They are saying, come back. Come back to your own center. Come back to your own life. Come back to the love that does not make you beg. And maybe this is where the pain begins to change. Not because the other person finally understands. Not because the past becomes different, but because you begin to understand yourself. You begin to see that you were not asking for too much. You were asking the wrong place to give what it did not have the ability to offer. This realization may hurt at first, but it also frees you, because if your worth was never the problem, then you can stop trying to fix yourself to be loved. If your heart was never too much, then you can stop making it smaller. If their silence was never your identity, then you can stop living as if rejection has the final word. You can come home now, not all at once, not perfectly, not with pressure, but gently, with truth. I am worthy of steady love. I am worthy of peaceful love. I am worthy of love that does not make me chase. There is a reason you kept holding on. And it is important to speak to that reason with kindness, because if you only judge yourself, you will not heal. If you only say, why did I stay? Why did I care? Why did I keep trying? You will turn your pain into shame, and shame cannot guide you into love. Shame only makes the heart hide. So let us be gentle with the part of you that held on. You held on because something in you wanted to believe that love could become safe. You held on because you saw moments that felt beautiful. You held on because you remembered words, touches, promises, energy, or dreams that made your heart feel alive. You held on because the human heart does not easily release what once felt like home. You held on because you wanted the story to mean something. You held on because leaving the hope felt like losing the love. You held on because a younger part of you was still waiting to be chosen. This is where the deeper healing begins. Sometimes we think we are chasing a person, but we are really chasing an old need. The need to feel wanted. The need to feel special. The need to feel safe. The need to hear, I am here, I choose you, I will not leave you confused. And if that need was not met before, the heart may try very hard to get it now from someone who feels familiar to the wound. That does not make you foolish. It makes you human. Your heart was trying to heal through love. It was trying to find the ending it always wanted. It was trying to prove that this time someone would stay. This time someone would see you. This time someone would not make you feel like you had to earn tenderness. But a wound cannot be healed by the same pattern that keeps reopening it. And this is not your fault. This is your awakening. My dear, the part of you that kept chasing was not bad. It was scared. It was lonely. It was trying to protect you from the pain of being left behind. It thought that if it could hold on tightly enough, it would never have to feel that old emptiness again. But holding on to what hurts you does not protect you from abandonment. It teaches you to abandon yourself first. That is the pain you are ready to heal. Not with blame, not with harsh words toward yourself, not with regret that keeps you trapped in the past, but with a new kind of love that says, I understand why I stayed, and I am ready to care for myself differently now. Let that truth become soft inside you. I understand the part of me that waited. I understand the part of me that hoped. I hold that part with love now. Think of the younger part of your heart, not as a story, not as a memory you must force, just as a feeling. The part that wanted to be noticed, the part that wanted affection without fear, the part that wanted to feel chosen without having to perform, the part that learned to study other people's moods so it could feel safe. That part may still live inside the way you love now. It may be why silence feels so painful. It may be why distance feels personal. It may be why you try to fix things quickly, even when you are not the one who broke them. It may be why you feel the need to explain your heart over and over. That younger part is not asking for another person to rescue it. It is asking for you to finally come close. It is asking you to stop leaving it alone every time someone else becomes distant. It is asking you to stop handing your whole sense of worth to someone who does not know how to hold it. It is asking you to become the safe place you were always searching for. This is the heart of self-love. Self-love is not only saying kind words in the mirror, it is staying present with yourself when the old fear rises. It is not running after someone, just because your body feels scared. It is not calling your pain dramatic. It is not shaming your needs. It is placing a gentle hand over your own heart and saying, I am here with you now. You do not have to chase to be safe. You do not have to beg to be loved. You do not have to lose yourself to be kept. There may be grief in this truth, because part of you may still wish they could have loved you differently. Part of you may still wish they had understood. Part of you may still wish they had become the person you hoped they could be. Let that grief be honest. You do not have to turn it into anger before it is real. You do not have to act untouched. You do not have to pretend your heart did not care. You cared deeply. That is why this matters. But caring deeply does not mean you must keep walking back into hurt. Loving deeply does not mean you must keep waiting for someone to see your pain as important. Having a big heart does not mean you must keep giving it to places that do not protect it. You can honor the love you felt and still choose to move differently. You can honor the memories and still stop living inside them. You can honor the hope and still stop feeding what is hurting you. This is a sacred kind of honesty. It is the moment when you stop arguing with your own pain. It is the moment when you stop saying, maybe I am too sensitive, and begin saying, maybe my heart is asking for safety. It is the moment when you stop using another person's distance as proof that you are not enough. You are enough. Not because someone finally says it, not because someone returns, not because someone regrets losing you. You are enough because your worth was placed inside you before anyone else ever had an opinion about it. The pain of not being chosen clearly may touch old places in you. It may bring up memories of being overlooked, compared, dismissed, or made to feel like love had to be earned. And when old pain mixes with present pain, the heart can feel desperate. It can feel as if this connection must work, because if it does not, then every old fear becomes true. But the old fear is not the truth. The old fear says, if they do not choose me, I am not lovable. The soul says, I was lovable before they ever arrived. The old fear says, if I stop chasing, I will be forgotten. The soul says, when I stop chasing, I remember myself. The old fear says, I cannot let go because I gave too much. The soul says, I can honor what I gave and still stop giving myself away. This is the inner conversation that begins your freedom. Not a fight inside you, but a gentle correction. A new voice rising, a kinder voice, a wiser voice. A voice that does not shame the old fear, but does not let it lead your whole life anymore. You can say to the fear, I know you wanted to protect me. You can say to the heart, I know you wanted to be loved. You can say to yourself, I am ready to choose peace now. And peace may feel unfamiliar at first. When you have lived in emotional waiting for a long time, calm can feel strange. Not checking can feel strange. Not reaching can feel strange. Not trying to fix the silence can feel strange. But strange does not mean wrong. Sometimes strange is what healing feels like before it becomes natural. Your body may still want the old pattern because the old pattern is familiar. It may still want to reach, ask, explain, or reopen the door to pain. When that feeling comes, do not attack yourself. Do not say, I should be over this. Do not say, I am weak. Say, this is an old part of me asking for comfort. Then give yourself the comfort first. Your heart be met by you first. Let your need be seen by you first. Let your fear be softened by you first. Because when you become present with yourself, the need to chase begins to lose its power. Not because you stop caring, but because you stop making another person your only source of relief. You begin to feel that love can live inside you. Peace can live inside you. Safety can begin inside you. This is how better love finds space. It begins when you stop filling your inner world with the question, will they choose me? It begins when you begin asking, am I choosing myself? It begins when you stop making your heart stand outside someone else's attention, hoping to be invited in. You are invited into your own life now. You are invited into your own peace. You are invited into your own healing. You are invited into a love that does not begin with begging, but with belonging. Maybe you kept holding on because you thought letting go meant the love was not real. But love can be real and still not be right for your peace. Love can be real and still not be healthy. Love can be real and still not be the place where your soul is meant to stay. This is a truth that takes tenderness to accept. Not every deep feeling is a life direction. Not every strong connection is a safe home. Not every person you love is meant to receive the future you are becoming. Sometimes love teaches you what your heart needs. Sometimes it shows you where you still abandon yourself. Sometimes it brings old wounds to the surface so they can finally be healed. And sometimes the greatest gift of a connection is not that it lasts forever, but that it wakes you up to your own worth. You are waking up now. You are seeing more clearly now. You are beginning to understand that the love you wanted from them is also the love you must begin giving to yourself. Speak gently to the part of you that feels embarrassed for caring too much. There is nothing embarrassing about having a heart. There is nothing shameful about wanting love. There is nothing wrong with hoping someone could meet you with kindness. But now you know. Love must include you. Love must protect your peace too. Love must not require you to keep betraying your own body, your own truth, your own needs. The part of you that waited is not stupid. The part of you that hoped is not weak. The part of you that kept trying is not broken. That part is tired, and it needs your love. So give it love, not later, not when everything is fixed, not when you feel perfectly strong. Give it love right here, in the middle of the ache. Say inside yourself, I am not angry at you for hoping. I am not ashamed of you for caring. I am here now, and we are learning a softer way. That is healing. That is the beginning of self-trust. That is how you stop making your heart chase what keeps hurting it. You do not need to punish yourself for staying. You do not need to hate the past. You do not need to rewrite every memory as a mistake. You only need to gather the truth from what happened and let it make you wiser, not harder. Let it teach you that your peace matters. Let it teach you that love without care is not enough. Let it teach you that your heart needs consistency, kindness, honesty, and safety. Let it teach you that you can survive the loss of what hurt you, but you cannot keep losing yourself and call it love. There is a beautiful strength growing in you now. It may be quiet, but it is real. It is the strength to not answer every pull from the past. It is the strength to sit with longing without obeying it. It is the strength to feel sadness without turning back toward harm. It is the strength to say, I can miss what was beautiful and still protect myself from what was painful. This strength is not harsh. It does not need to shout. It does not need to prove anything. It is calm. It is deep. It is rooted in self-love. And as this strength grows, you begin to feel space inside you again. Space where worry used to live. Space where waiting used to sit. Space where fear used to speak. Space where better love can slowly find its way in. Not only love from another person, better love from life, better love from your own heart, better love in the way you wake up, the way you speak to yourself, the way you choose who has access to your softness, the way you stop making pain the center of your story. You are not closing your heart. You are cleaning your heart. You are not giving up on love. You are giving love a healthier place to arrive. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming honest. And honesty is a form of love too. So if your heart still feels tender, let it be tender. If your eyes still fill with tears, let them. If your mind still remembers, do not fight every memory. Simply return to the truth each time. I am not here to chase what hurts me. I am here to love myself back into peace. I am here to make space for love that can meet me with care. There is a quiet power that returns to you when you stop reaching for what keeps hurting your heart. At first, it may not feel like power. It may feel like sadness. It may feel like emptiness. It may feel like your hands do not know what to do without holding on. It may feel like your mind keeps walking back to the same old door, asking if maybe this time it will open with kindness. But underneath that ache, something sacred is happening. Your energy is beginning to return. Every time you do not run after confusion, a little more of you comes home. Every time you do not explain your worth to someone who keeps missing it, a little more peace, enters your body. Every time you do not answer the old pull of pain, your soul remembers that it belongs to itself. This is not easy, but it is holy work. It is the work of gathering yourself back from places where you left pieces of your heart. It is the work of calling your attention back from someone else's silence. It is a work of no longer making another person the center of your inner world. For a long time, your energy may have been wrapped around them. You may have wondered what they were thinking, what they were feeling, whether they missed you, whether they cared, whether they would finally understand. You may have given your mornings to the hope of a message and your nights to the ache of not knowing. Your own life may have become background noise while their actions became the loudest sound inside you. But your life is not background noise. Your peace matters. Your body matters. Your dreams matter. Your spirit matters. When you stop reaching for what keeps taking from you, you begin to feel your own presence again. You begin to notice the simple truth that you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still capable of warmth. You are still able to feel beauty. You are still able to receive love from life in many forms. The pain may still be there, but it no longer has the right to control every room inside you. My dear, this is where self-love becomes more than a soft idea. It becomes a daily return. It becomes the way you choose not to chase when your old fear tells you to reach. It becomes the way you hold your heart when it feels lonely. It becomes the way you stop giving your energy to someone who keeps leaving you emotionally hungry. You do not need to become hard to stop chasing. You do not need to become bitter. You do not need to pretend you never cared. You only need to become honest enough to say, "This has been costing me too much of myself." There is no shame in that truth. There is freedom in that truth. There is healing in that truth. Sometimes your energy comes back quietly. You may notice that your body feels less tight when you stop waiting for a reply. You may notice that your mind has more space when you stop replaying every word. You may notice that your heart, even while tender, begins to feel less trapped. You may notice that you can make choices again from calm, not panic. This is your soul returning to its own center. Your energy was never meant to live outside of you. It was never meant to sit at the feet of someone else's attention, begging to be seen. It was never meant to twist itself into shapes that would make someone stay. Your energy is sacred. It is the light you use to create, heal, rest, love, laugh, and build a life that feels true. When all of that energy is tied to pain, you begin to feel smaller than you are. You begin to forget your own sound. You begin to forget what you enjoy. You begin to forget how peaceful life can feel when you are not constantly waiting for emotional proof. But now you are remembering. You are remembering that your love is powerful when it is not used against you. You are remembering that your kindness is beautiful when it includes you. You are remembering that your heart can be open without being unprotected. You are remembering that peace is not something you must earn by suffering long enough. Let this truth move through your body gently. You are not here to keep running after what keeps making you feel unwanted. You are not here to keep giving your deepest care to a place that only offers confusion in return. You are not here to keep treating pain like a sign of devotion. You are here to come home to yourself. Coming home to yourself can look very simple. It can look like not checking for the thing that always unsettles you. It can look like letting your phone rest without turning it into a measure of your value. It can look like eating with more care, sleeping with more kindness, speaking to yourself with less blame. It can look like returning to music that lifts you, rooms that calm you, people who do not make love feel like a test. It can look like placing your hand on your heart and saying, I am still here. I have not lost myself. I am allowed to return. The old pattern may not disappear all at once. There may be moments when you feel pulled back, moments when you want to ask again, explain again, hope again, open the same wound again. When that happens, do not attack yourself. Do not turn healing into another reason to feel ashamed. Speak to yourself with tenderness. Say, this is an old ache asking for comfort. Say, this is a part of me that wants to feel chosen. Say, I can give myself love before I give my peace away. That is how the energy returns. Not through force, not through anger, not through pretending you are above pain. It returns through loving awareness. It returns when you stop leaving yourself alone inside the ache. It returns when you notice the pull, but do not let it carry your whole body back into hurt. There is a deep difference between missing someone and chasing them. Missing is a feeling. Chasing is abandoning your own peace to make the feeling stop. You are allowed to miss what mattered. You are allowed to feel the tenderness of memory. You are allowed to grieve what did not become what you hoped. But you do not have to turn that grief into another act of self-betrayal. You can miss them and still choose yourself. You can love them and still protect your spirit. You can feel the ache and still not walk back into the same pain. This is strength, not the cold kind, the clean kind, the kind that lets your heart stay soft while your choices become wiser. The kind that says, I do not need to punish anyone to honor myself. I do not need to hate the past to leave it. I do not need to prove that I am healed. I only need to keep returning to what brings me peace. Your energy comes back when you stop trying to be understood by someone who keeps misunderstanding your heart. It comes back when you stop building long explanations in your mind for someone who is not ready to listen with care. It comes back when you stop turning every silence into a question about your worth. Their silence is not your mirror. Their distance is not your definition. Their confusion is not your destiny. You are more than how someone treated you. You are more than what did not work. You are more than the nights you waited, the tears you swallowed, the messages you hoped for, the love you tried to save. You are a whole being, even after heartbreak. You are a soul with life still moving through you. You are not finished because someone could not meet you with the love you needed. Maybe you forgot this because pain can become loud. Waiting can become loud. Hope can become loud. But beneath all of it, your inner wisdom has been steady. It has been whispering the same truth again and again. Come back. Come back to your own heart. Come back to your own life. Come back to the love that does not require you to disappear. You may feel this return as a soft space opening inside your chest. You may feel it as tears that no longer feel desperate, but cleansing. You may feel it as a small moment of calm where you realize you did not check, did not chase, did not give your whole piece away. You may feel it as the first quiet sign that you are becoming yours again. Honor that. That is not small. That is healing taking root inside your spirit. The person you become when you stop chasing pain is not a colder person. You become clearer. You become more present. You become kinder to yourself. You begin to choose from worth instead of fear. You begin to notice who feels safe and who only feels familiar. You begin to listen to your body when it says, "This is too heavy." And the more you listen, the more your self-trust grows. Self-trust is built every time you do not betray what you know. Every time you do not minimize your pain to keep someone close. Every time you do not tell yourself that a little care is enough when your heart needs something steady. Every time you choose peace over the old urge to be chosen, you become stronger from the inside. You begin to feel less like someone waiting to be loved and more like someone who is already love. You begin to feel less like someone begging for space in another person's heart and more like someone creating a safe home inside your own. You begin to feel less like love is something you must chase and more like love is something you can receive when your life has room for it. I gather my energy back with love. I choose peace without punishing my heart. I return to myself gently, and I trust what is coming home. Letting go does not have to be angry. You do not have to turn the person into an enemy just to stop hurting yourself. You do not have to erase every good memory. You do not have to deny that there were moments that felt beautiful. You do not have to pretend your heart never cared. Sometimes the most honest release is quiet. It does not need to shout. It does not need to prove anything. It simply says, I cannot keep losing myself here. This is a mature kind of love. a love that can see clearly, a love that can honor what was meaningful without returning to what was painful, a love that can say, I bless the lesson, but I no longer choose the wound. For many hearts, anger feels easier than grief. Anger gives energy. Anger gives a wall. Anger says, they were wrong, I was hurt, I will never care again. And sometimes, anger has a place. Sometimes it wakes you up. Sometimes it helps you see that what happened was not fair. Sometimes it gives you the strength to stop accepting what your spirit could no longer carry. But you do not have to live there. You can let anger pass through without making it your home. You can let it show you where your boundary was crossed, and then you can move toward peace. You can let it protect the tender place, but you do not have to let it close your whole heart. My dear, release does not mean you become cold. Release means you become free. You can say, I loved you and this hurt me. You can say, I hoped for better and I choose peace now. You can say, I understand that you had your own pain and I no longer offer myself to be harmed by it. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. There is a part of you that may still want an apology. A clear answer. A final conversation where everything is understood. A moment where they finally see what you carried. That desire is human. It makes sense. When your heart has been hurt, it naturally wants the pain to be witnessed. It wants someone to say, yes, I see what this did to you. Yes, your feelings mattered. Yes, you deserved more care. But sometimes the apology does not arrive in the form your heart wanted. Sometimes the answer is not spoken. Sometimes the closure is not given by the person who caused the confusion. Sometimes closure becomes something you create inside yourself by choosing not to keep reopening the same ache. Closure can be the day you stop asking pain to explain itself. Closure can be the moment you admit that your heart needs safety more than it needs another conversation. Closure can be the quiet decision to stop waiting for someone else to understand before you begin healing. You are allowed to heal without their agreement. You are allowed to release without their permission. You are allowed to move forward even if they never fully understand what they lost. Letting go without anger means you do not need to carry revenge. You do not need to wish pain on anyone. You do not need to keep telling the story in a way that keeps your body trapped inside it. You can tell the truth, but you do not have to live inside the fire of the truth forever. You can let the truth become a teacher, not a prison. You can say, this showed me where I was abandoning myself. You can say, this taught me what my heart cannot live without. You can say, this opened my eyes to the kind of love I am no longer available for. This is how pain becomes wisdom. Not because the pain was good, not because you deserved it, not because everything had to happen exactly this way, but because your spirit is powerful enough to gather meaning from what tried to break your peace. There is a softer strength available to you now. It is not the strength of holding on. It is the strength of opening your hands without making a war out of it. It is the strength of saying goodbye to a pattern, even if part of your heart still remembers the person with tenderness. It is the strength of leaving the emotional battlefield and walking back toward your own center. The old fear may say, if I let go, then everything I gave was wasted. But inner love answers, nothing given from the heart is wasted when I learn to love myself more deeply. The old fear may say, if I stop caring, I become cold. But inner love answers, I can care and still stop hurting myself. The old fear may say, if I release this, I will be alone. But inner love answers, I return to myself, and from there I am never empty. This is the conversation that changes you. Not the conversation you keep hoping to have with them, but the conversation you begin having within your own heart. A kinder conversation, a wiser conversation, a conversation where your peace finally has a voice. When you let go without anger, you also stop fighting with the past. You stop trying to rewrite every moment. You stop searching for the exact reason. You stop asking why they did this, why they changed, why they could not love you the way you loved them. Some questions may never bring peace, even if they bring answers. The mind wants a reason because it believes a reason will make the pain easier to carry. But the heart often needs something deeper than a reason. It needs care. It needs safety. It needs rest. It needs the gentle truth that even without a perfect explanation, you can choose not to remain in pain. You do not need to understand every detail to honor what your body already knows. You do not need to prove that it hurt before you are allowed to leave the hurt behind. You do not need to make them wrong in every way before you are allowed to choose yourself. This is a beautiful form of freedom. You stop making your healing depend on their behavior. You stop waiting for them to become kinder before your body can relax. You stop needing them to admit the truth before you allow yourself peace. Peace becomes your choice. Peace becomes your home. Peace becomes the way you love yourself now. There may still be memories that come. Let them come softly. A song, a place, a word, a small moment in the day may bring back a feeling. When it comes, do not be afraid of it. Do not think it means you are going backward. Memory is not always a command. Sometimes memory is only a visitor passing through an old room in your heart. You can let it pass without following it. You can feel tenderness without turning it into a message. You can remember without returning. That is how you become free while staying human. You do not have to hate them to stop choosing the pain. You do not have to remove every trace of care from your heart. You only need to stop giving the past permission to keep deciding your future. You only need to stop placing your watch inside a connection that could not hold it with steadiness. And if guilt rises, meet it with truth. Guilt may say, maybe I should have done more. Truth says, I gave what I could, and I'm allowed to stop giving from an empty place. Guilt may say, maybe leaving is unloving. Truth says, staying where I am wounded is not love either. Guilt may say, maybe they need me. Truth says, I can care about someone and still not become the place where their pain lands. Let this settle gently. You are not responsible for healing someone by letting them hurt you. You are not responsible for proving love through endless suffering. You are not responsible for being patient with patterns that keep breaking your peace. Compassion does not mean you become available for harm. You can understand another person and still choose distance. You can forgive someone and still not reopen the same space. You can wish them healing and still know that your healing matters too. This is the balance your heart has been searching for. Not hate, not denial, not attachment, not endless longing, but a steady middle place where love becomes clean, where care no longer becomes self-loss, where compassion no longer becomes an excuse to abandon your own needs. Letting go without anger also means you release the need to be seen as the good one. Maybe part of you wants them to know how much you tried. Maybe part of you wants life to prove that you were right. Maybe part of you wants them to regret the way they treated you. This is normal, but your freedom grows when you do not need their regret to validate your pain. Your pain was valid even if they never admit it. Your love was deep even if they never honor it. Your choice to heal is worthy even if no one applauds it. You do not need a witness to begin again. The universe sees the quiet strength it takes to choose yourself. Life sees the nights you almost went back and chose peace instead. Your own soul sees every moment you did not betray yourself. And slowly, those moments become a new foundation beneath you. A foundation of self-trust. A foundation of dignity. A foundation of calm love. You are learning to let go in a way that does not poison your heart. You are learning to release without closing yourself to life. You are learning that better love cannot grow in a place where resentment is the only thing being fed. You are learning that peace is not found by winning the old battle, but by no longer living inside it. This is why your release must be gentle. If you let go with hate, the connection may still control you through pain. If you let go with bitterness, the story may still sit heavy in your body. But if you let go with love for yourself, something changes. The past begins to lose its grip. The future begins to feel possible. Your heart begins to open, not toward the old hurt, but toward your own life. Let the old story soften. Let the need to prove soften. Let the sharp edge of the memory soften. You are not here to carry this forever. You are here to learn, bless, release, and rise into the love that no longer asks you to disappear. I release the past without hating my heart for caring. I choose freedom without turning love into bitterness. I bless the lesson and I walk toward peace. Better love needs space. It needs space in your heart, space in your thoughts, space in your body, space in the way you see yourself. It cannot fully enter while your spirit is still wrapped around pain. It cannot feel welcome while your life is still arranged around waiting for what keeps wounding you. It cannot settle where old confusion keeps taking up the whole room. This is not only about another person. Better love begins as a new atmosphere inside you, a new way of speaking to yourself, a new way of listening to your needs, a new way of deciding who gets access to your softness, a new way of understanding that love is not meant to feel like constant hunger. When you stop chasing what hurts you, you create space. At first, that space may feel empty. This is why many people run back to pain. The emptiness feels unfamiliar. The silence feels too wide. The body misses the old pattern, even when the old pattern was painful. But emptiness is not always loss. Sometimes emptiness is the beginning of freedom. Sometimes space is what healing feels like before peace fills it. Do not rush to fill the space with another person, another worry, another story, another need to be chosen. Let the space become sacred. Let it become a clean place inside you where your heart can hear itself again. In that space you can ask, what do I truly need? In that space you can ask, what kind of love feels safe to my soul? In that space you can ask, how can I stop leaving myself for the promise of being loved? These questions are not heavy. They are loving. They open the way for something better. Better love is not only more attention. It is not only sweeter words. It is not only someone who stays close for a season and then disappears when honesty is needed. Better love is a love that feels emotionally safe. It is a love that does not make you feel like you must become smaller to be held. It is a love that honors your heart without making you chase basic care. Better love feels clear. Better love feels kind. Better love feels steady. Better love does not punish you for having feelings. Better love does not make your nervous system live in fear of being left at any moment. It does not make you read between every line, measure every tone, or study every silence like it holds the answer to your value. Better love allows your body to rest. It allows your face to soften. It allows your truth to have space. And before that love meets you from the outside, it begins meeting you from within. You become better love to yourself when you stop speaking to yourself like you are hard to choose. You become better love to yourself when you stop blaming your heart for wanting care. You become better love to yourself when you stop returning to places where your spirit feels small. You become better love to yourself when your boundaries become an act of tenderness, not punishment. My dear, a boundary is not a wall against love. A boundary is a home for love. It tells your heart, you are safe with me now. I will not take you back to what keeps breaking you, Just because the old ache feels lonely, I will not trade your peace for a moment of attention. I will not call confusion love anymore. This is how space is cleared, not by forcing yourself to forget, not by pretending you are healed, not by rushing to become someone new. Space is cleared each time you choose differently with kindness, each time you honor what you know, each time you let the past be the past without inviting it to keep living through your choices. There may be old hope still inside you, hope that they will change, hope that they will return differently, hope that they will finally say the words you needed. Do not shame that hope. Hope is not your enemy, but you must teach your hope where to live. Let your hope live in your future, not in the wound. Let your hope live in your healing, not in someone else's uncertainty. Let your hope live in the love that is becoming possible because you are no longer abandoning yourself. This is a powerful shift. You are not killing hope. You are moving it to a healthier place. You are no longer using hope to keep your heart tied to pain. You are allowing hope to become a light that guides you forward. The space you are making now is not empty. It is becoming peaceful. It is becoming honest. It is becoming ready. Ready for clearer love. Ready for kinder love. Ready for deeper self-respect. Ready for a life where your heart is not always waiting outside someone else's door. You may begin to notice small changes. You may feel less pulled to explain, less willing to accept mixed signals, less interested in proving your worth, less afraid of being alone than you once were. These are signs that your spirit is healing. These are signs that you are no longer living only from old fear. This does not mean you never feel sad. Healing can still be tender. The heart can still miss what it is releasing. But now there is a new part of you present. A part that says, I can feel this and still protect my peace. I can remember and still move forward. I can love deeply and still choose better for myself. That part is your inner strength. That part is the space where better love begins. Better love can only stay where self-love is allowed to live. If you keep abandoning yourself, you may keep attracting connections that ask you to do the same. But when you begin honoring yourself, something in your energy changes. You are no longer available for the same kind of pain. You no longer mistake inconsistency for mystery. You no longer confuse distance with depth. You no longer feel the need to earn what should be given with care. This is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming honest. Honest about what hurts. Honest about what you need. Honest about what you will no longer call love. Honest about the kind of peace your heart deserves. When space opens inside you, life can bring new forms of love. Sometimes it begins with a calmer morning. Sometimes it begins with a kinder thought. Sometimes it begins with the ability to enjoy your own company without feeling unwanted. Sometimes it begins with a friendship that feels safe. Sometimes it begins with the quiet feeling that you are no longer desperate to be chosen because you are choosing yourself. This is better love too. Better love is not only romance. Better love is the way life meets you when you stop standing in places that drain your light. It is the warmth of people who do not make you question your place. It is the peace of no longer explaining your heart to those who refuse to listen. It is the comfort of being with yourself without shame. It is the dignity of leaving what keeps hurting you, even when the leaving feels tender. And yes, better love can also come through another heart, a heart that meets you with care, a heart that speaks clearly, a heart that does not make you chase its warmth, a heart that can receive your softness without using it, a heart that understands that love is not control, silence, punishment, or confusion. Love is presence. Love is kindness. Love is respect in action. But you do not need to force that love to arrive. You do not need to search for it from a place of fear. You do not need to prove you are ready. Your task is to become a safe place for yourself so that when love comes, it meets someone who no longer believes pain is the price of connection. This is why clearing space matters. If your heart is still crowded with the old story, you may not recognize the new blessing. If your mind is still busy chasing what left you empty, you may not notice what brings peace. If your self-worth is still waiting for someone else to return it to you, you may not feel the love that is already growing inside. So clear the space gently. Clear the space by telling the truth. Clear the space by choosing rest over chasing. Clear the space by no longer feeding the thoughts that make you feel small. Clear the space by giving your heart the care you wanted from someone else. There is no need to rush. This is not a race. Your healing does not need to impress anyone. You do not have to be over everything to begin receiving better. You only have to be willing to stop making pain your home. A new love cannot enter a life where old hurt is still being treated like the main relationship. A new peace cannot grow where your attention is always watering the memory of who did not choose you well. A new future cannot fully open while your heart keeps facing backward, asking the past to become kind enough to save you. You are allowed to turn toward yourself now. You are allowed to turn toward life. You are allowed to turn toward the love that does not require you to chase. Let your heart become a clean room. Let the old noise leave slowly. Let the old questions become softer. Let the old fear lose its place at the center. There is room now for peace. There is room now for self-respect. There is room now for love that feels gentle and honest. You are not empty because you are releasing. You are open. You are not losing love because you are choosing yourself. You are making space for love that can love you back. You are not behind because something painful did not work. You are being guided toward what can meet you with care. This is the spiritual meaning of release. Life cannot place something healthier into hands that are still closed around pain. Your heart cannot fully receive what is kind while it is still busy surviving what is confusing. Your soul cannot rest in better love while it is still trying to prove itself to what made it feel unworthy. So let the space open. Let your life become wider than the story that hurt you. Let your heart stop standing at the edge of old pain, waiting to be invited back into a place that could not hold you well. There is more for you than this. More peace, more kindness, more respect, more honest love, more moments where your body does not feel afraid, more days where your worth is not in question, more connections where you do not have to shrink your truth to be accepted. And all of that begins with the space you are making now. I make space for love that honors me. I make space for peace that stays. I make space for a life where my heart feels safe. There is a part of you that may still wonder if their distance means something about you. Maybe you have asked yourself why they could not love you clearly. Maybe you have wondered why you were not enough to make them stay present, gentle, honest, or sure. Maybe you have looked at your own heart and thought, if I had been easier, quieter, prettier, calmer, stronger, or more patient, maybe things would have been different. But listen gently. Their inability to love you well is not proof that you are hard to love. It is not proof that your heart is too much. It is not proof that your needs are wrong. It is not proof that your softness is a burden. It is not proof that your love was not valuable. It only shows that this connection could not hold you in the way your heart deserved to be held. That truth may hurt, but it is also freeing. Because if your worth was never the problem, then you can stop trying to become smaller to fit inside another person's limits. You can stop blaming yourself for what they were not ready to give. You can stop turning their silence into a sentence against your own soul. You are not unlovable because someone made you feel unwanted. You are not too emotional because someone did not know how to listen. You are not asking for too much because you wanted care that felt steady. Your worth did not begin when they noticed you, and it did not end when they pulled away. Your worth was already there. Quiet, deep, unchanged. It lived inside you before this story began. It remains inside you now, even while your heart is healing. My dear, pain can make the mind confused. It can make you search for reasons inside yourself. It can make you believe that if you can find the flaw, you can fix it and finally be chosen. But love is not given because you become flawless. Love is not earned by becoming silent about your needs. Love is not secured by making yourself easier to ignore. You were never meant to be perfect in order to be treated with kindness. You were never meant to perform for care. You were never meant to keep proving that your heart is worthy of a safe place. Let your face soften as you hear this. Let the old self-blame lose its grip. Let the body feel the truth that rejection from a person is not rejection from life. You are still held by life. You are still being guided. You are still becoming someone who will not use pain as proof of being small. The wound may say, "I was not chosen," but the soul says, "I am still worthy." The wound may say, "I was not enough," but the soul says, "I was enough before anyone saw me." The wound may say, "I lost love," but the soul says, "I am returning to a love that begins inside me." This is how self-worth is rebuilt. Not by pretending you never hurt, not by forcing yourself to feel strong, but by refusing to let another person's limits become your identity. By speaking truth to the places inside you that absorbed too much blame. By reminding your heart that being unloved by someone does not make you unworthy of love. Think of how much you gave. Think of the patience, the understanding, the care, the hope, the effort, the forgiveness. You gave from a real place. You gave because love meant something to you. You gave because your heart wanted to believe. That does not make you weak. It shows that you are capable of deep devotion. But now your devotion must turn toward you. Let the care you gave return to your own heart. Let the patience you offered become patience with your healing. Let the tenderness you poured out become tenderness toward the parts of you that still ache. You have spent enough time asking why you were not loved better. Now begin asking how you can love yourself better. Not in a loud way, not in a perfect way, in a real way. In the way you speak to yourself when you feel low. In the way you stop answering the old pull of pain. In the way you choose people who make your nervous system feel calm. In the way you no longer call emotional hunger a deep connection. Self-worth is not arrogance. It is not thinking you are above anyone. It is not becoming cold or closed. Self-worth is the quiet knowing that your heart is not a place for careless hands. It is the gentle decision to stop placing yourself where you keep being made to feel less than you are. You are allowed to want more than confusion. You are allowed to want more than half presence. You are allowed to want more than words that are not supported by care. You are allowed to want love that feels peaceful in your body. There is no shame in wanting that. There is no shame in needing consistency. There is no shame in wanting honesty. There is no shame in wanting to be spoken to with respect. There is no shame in wanting someone whose actions do not make your heart feel unsafe. A heart like yours needs clarity. It needs kindness. It needs warmth that does not disappear as punishment. It needs a connection where being honest does not feel dangerous. It needs love that does not make you question yourself every day. And if someone could not offer that, it does not mean you were wrong to need it. It means your heart was asking for the kind of love that matches your soul. Do not let pain convince you to lower your standard just so you can feel chosen. Being chosen by what cannot care for you is not the same as being loved. Being wanted in a moment is not the same as being valued. Being missed is not the same as being treated with respect. You deserve more than moments. You deserve a love that has a steady heart. You deserve a love that does not make your peace feel unsafe. You deserve a love that makes room for your truth. Let these words become gentle strength inside you. I am worthy without chasing. I am lovable without proving. I am enough before anyone notices. There may still be days when the old pain speaks loudly. It may tell you that you lost something you will never find again. It may tell you that better love is far away. It may tell you that you should have held on longer. But the old pain only knows the old story. It does not know the life that is trying to meet you now. Your future is not limited by the way someone treated you. Your heart is not ruined because it was hurt. Your ability to love is not gone because love was misused. You are still full of light, even if the light feels quiet right now. You are still capable of joy, even if joy feels far. You are still worthy of being held with care, even if your body is still learning to feel safe again. Healing does not remove your worth. It reveals the places where you forgot it. So do not rush this rebuilding. Let it be steady. Let it be soft. Let it be true. Each time you speak kindly to yourself, you rebuild. Each time you choose peace over the old pull, you rebuild. Each time you stop blaming yourself for another person's lack of care, you rebuild. Each time you remember that your needs are human, you rebuild. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting from truth. And truth is strong. Truth says, I will not make myself small for uncertain love. Truth says, I will not call neglect a lesson I must keep repeating. Truth says, I am not too much for the love that is meant to meet me. Let this truth become the new ground beneath your feet. Let it hold you when the memories rise. Let it guide you when loneliness tries to pull you back. Let it remind you that you are not being asked to stop loving. You are being asked to love with self-respect. The love you give is sacred. The care you offer is sacred. The softness inside you is sacred. And sacred things need protection, not fear. Protection, not walls against life. Wisdom, not bitterness, clarity. You can still be loving and no longer available for pain. You can still be tender and no longer easy to drain. You can still have a beautiful heart and choose who is allowed near it. This is not the end of your softness. This is the beginning of your self-trust. A new standard of love begins when you stop asking, "How can I make them choose me?" and begin asking, "Does this love feel safe for my heart?" That question changes everything. It moves you out of chasing and into clarity. It moves you out of fear and into self-respect. It moves you out of the old habit of proving yourself and into the quiet knowing that love must meet you with care, not confusion. For a long time, you may have accepted love that felt uncertain because uncertainty felt familiar. You may have accepted mixed signals because a part of you believed love always comes with fear. You may have accepted small pieces of attention because your heart was hungry for any sign that you mattered. But now your soul is learning a new way. Love does not have to feel like guessing. Love does not have to feel like waiting for the mood to change. Love does not have to feel like walking carefully around someone's distance. Love does not have to make your heart tired before it makes you feel wanted. Better love has a different feeling. It is not perfect because no human connection is perfect, but it is honest. It is kind. It is steady enough that your body does not always feel on guard. It allows you to speak without fear that your truth will be punished. It gives and receives. It makes room for repair. It treats your heart like something that matters. This is the love you are allowed to welcome. Not a love where you must beg for attention. Not a love where you keep making excuses for pain. Not a love where you feel close only when you are useful, quiet, easy, or endlessly forgiving. A love that has respect inside it. A love that understands care is shown through action. A love that does not make you feel alone while you are in it. My dear, your new standard does not need to be harsh. It can be calm. It can be simple. It can be rooted in peace. It can say, "I no longer accept a connection that makes me question my worth every day." It can say, "I no longer confuse emotional distance with mystery." It can say, "I no longer call it love when I am always the one trying to hold everything together." A boundary is not a rejection of love. It is an invitation for real love to enter correctly. A boundary says, "My heart is open, but it is not unguarded." A boundary says, "I can love, but I will not disappear." A boundary says, "I can understand and your pain, but I will not become the place where it harms me." This is how your heart learns to trust you again. Every time you honor a boundary, your inner self relaxes a little. Every time you listen to your discomfort instead of explaining it away, your body begins to believe that you are on your own side. Every time you stop returning to the same hurt, something inside you says, "I am safe with you now." That safety is precious, because if you do not feel safe with yourself, you may keep looking for safety in people who cannot give it. You may keep asking another person to become the home you have not yet built within. You may keep trying to be chosen by someone when the deeper healing is learning to choose yourself. Your new standard of love must begin inside you. It begins in the way you speak to yourself after disappointment. It begins in the way you stop calling yourself foolish for caring. It begins in the way you stop treating your needs like problems. It begins in the way you no longer punish yourself for wanting tenderness. You cannot keep speaking to yourself with criticism and expect your heart to feel safe. You cannot keep ignoring your own needs and expect to attract a love that honors them. You cannot keep choosing people who make you feel small and expect your spirit to feel free. So begin with your own inner world. Speak to yourself like someone worthy of gentleness. Treat your heart like something precious. Let your needs have a voice. Let your feelings be information, not shame. The new standard says, love should not make me lose myself. The new standard says, love should not make me afraid to be honest. The new standard says, love should not require me to suffer quietly. The new standard says, love and peace can live in the same place. This is not too much to ask. It only feels like too much when you have spent too long accepting too little. It only feels strange when your heart has been trained to survive on uncertainty. But the more you practice choosing peace, the more natural, healthy love begins to feel. You may start noticing things differently. You may notice who listens and who only responds. You may notice who respects your feelings and who turns them into drama. You may notice who brings calm into your body and who wakes up the old fear. You may notice who makes room for your truth and who only wants your silence. This noticing is a gift. It is not judgment. It is awareness. It is your soul becoming clear, and clarity is love too. Sometimes you may be afraid that having a standard will make you lose people. But anyone who leaves because you now honor your heart was only comfortable with the version of you who did not protect it. Anyone who calls your boundary cold may have benefited from your lack of one. Anyone who cannot meet you with respect is not being pushed away by your self-love. They are being revealed by it. You do not need to hold on to every connection to prove you are loving. Some connections are meant to be blase, est, and released. Some patterns are meant to end with you. Some doors are meant to stay closed so your peace can stay open. The new standard is not about demanding perfection. It is about no longer making a home out of repeated pain. It is about knowing the difference between a mistake and a pattern. It is about understanding that a loving person can make errors, but real love cares enough to repair. Real love does not keep hurting you and then ask you to call it patience. You are allowed to want repair. You are allowed to want effort. You are allowed to want words that match actions. You are allowed to want a love that feels like respect, not a test. Let that sink into your heart. You are not asking for a fantasy. You are asking for a healthy love. You are asking for honesty. You are asking for kindness. You are asking for the kind of presence that does not make your soul feel abandoned. That is not too much. That is the ground where better love can grow. I welcome love that is clear. I welcome love that is kind. I welcome love that meets me with care. As your standard rises, your energy changes. You no longer feel drawn to every person who gives you attention. You no longer mistake intensity for connection. You no longer believe that longing is proof of destiny. You begin to ask how your body feels, how your heart feels, how your peace feels. This is spiritual maturity. It is not closing yourself to love. It is opening yourself to love that can actually nourish you. There is a version of you who no longer chases. A version who can feel attraction without losing center. A version who can feel sadness without returning to harm. A version who can love deeply without giving away power. A version who knows that being alone in peace is better than being attached in pain. That version is rising now, not loudly, not with force, but with quiet dignity. You are becoming the person who no longer accepts confusion as a home. You are becoming the person who can say, "This does not feel safe for my heart," and trust that knowing. You are becoming the person who understands that better love needs a better inner agreement. The agreement is this: I will not abandon myself to be chosen. I will not silence my truth to keep closeness. I will not make pain the price of love. I will let love meet me where my self-respect lives. This agreement is sacred. It does not need to be announced to everyone. It only needs to be lived by you, in the quiet choices, in the small moments, in the way you stop running after what drains you, in the way you allow silence to be silence without making it a wound against your worth, in the way you let people show you who they are without trying to rewrite the message. When you stop chasing, you start seeing. You see who is present. You see who is safe. You see who values your heart. You see who only wanted your energy without honoring your soul. And from that seeing, you choose better. This is the new standard. A love that feels like peace. A love that can hold truth. A love that has room for your softness and your strength. A love that does not require you to become less of yourself in order to be kept. You are worthy of that love, and you are becoming ready to receive it. There is a beautiful moment in healing when the person who hurt you is no longer the center of your world. You may still remember. You may still feel tenderness in certain places. You may still have days when the old ache rises. But something has shifted. Your attention begins to come back to your own life. Your heart begins to turn toward your own needs. Your body begins to understand that it does not have to live in waiting anymore. This is returning to yourself. It is not dramatic. It is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet. It is the moment you notice the sky again. The moment you enjoy a meal without checking for a message. The moment your chest feels less tight. The moment you laugh and realize the pain did not take all of you. The moment you feel your own presence and think, I am still here. You are still here. After the confusion, you are still here. After the waiting, you are still here. After the ache, you are still here. And the part of you that remains is not broken. It is tender. It is wiser. It is learning to live from truth instead of fear. My dear, returning to yourself means you stop making another person the keeper of your peace. It means you stop asking their actions to decide your value. It means you stop letting the old story be the first thing your heart listens to every day. It means you begin to belong to yourself again. Belonging to yourself is a gentle feeling. It is the feeling of not needing to perform in your own body. It is the feeling of not needing to explain your worth to your own heart. It is the feeling of sitting with your own emotions without calling them too much. It is the feeling of becoming your own safe place. This is where better love begins. Because when you belong to yourself, you no longer look for love from a place of panic. You no longer reach for someone just to escape loneliness. You no longer accept pain because you are afraid nothing else will come. You no longer confuse being wanted for a moment with being loved in a way that stays. You begin to trust that what is meant for your peace will not require your self-abandonment. Let your body feel that truth. Let the heart unclench. Let the old fear soften. You are not losing yourself anymore. You are finding the parts of you that waited behind the pain. The creative part, the calm part, the playful part, the hopeful part, the part that still believes life can be kind, the part that wants to wake up without dread, the part that wants to love without fear, the part that wants to be held by something real. These parts are coming back, maybe slowly, maybe softly, but they are coming back. You may have thought this pain took your light, but it did not. It only covered it for a season. Your light is still inside you. Your warmth is still inside you. Your capacity to love is still inside you. Your future is still open. The love you were chasing outside is now being restored inside. You become the voice you needed. You become the comfort you kept waiting for. You become the home your heart wanted. And from that place, you stop asking every connection to save you. You stop reaching from emptiness. You stop calling anything love simply because it gives a moment of relief. You begin to receive from wholeness. This is a different energy. It is softer and stronger at the same time. It does not beg. It does not chase. It does not demand. It simply knows. It knows that love should feel safe. It knows that peace matters. It knows that your heart is worthy of care. Returning to yourself also means forgiving yourself for the ways you left yourself. This is important. because as you heal, you may look back and see moments when you ignored your own feelings, moments when you accepted less, moments when you knew something hurt but stayed anyway. Do not use this awareness as a weapon against yourself. You were doing the best you could with the love, fear, and understanding you had at that time. Now you understand more. Now you choose differently. Now you can hold your past self with compassion instead of blame. Say to that past version of you, I know why you stayed. I know why you hoped. I know why you tried so hard. I will not shame you for wanting to be loved. I will take care of you now. That is healing. Not hating who you were, but loving yourself into who you are becoming. The more you return to yourself, the more the old attachment loses its power. Not because you force it away, but because your life becomes fuller than the wound. Your own dreams begin to matter again. Your own peace begins to matter again. Your own energy begins to feel valuable again. You may begin to ask yourself what you want, not what they want, not what will make them stay, not what will keep the connection alive at any cost. What do you want? What feels kind to your body? What feels honest to your soul? What kind of love would allow you to be yourself? These questions bring you home. They remind you that your life belongs to you. They remind you that your heart is not a waiting place for someone else's uncertainty. They remind you that you are not here only to be loved, but to live with peace, to live with truth, to live with softness, to live with joy that does not depend on being chosen by what once hurt you. I return to myself with love. I trust the life that is calling me forward. I am safe to belong to my own heart. As you come back to yourself, your relationship with love changes. You no longer ask love to prove that you are worthy. You already know you are. You no longer ask love to rescue you from your own emptiness. You are learning to fill yourself with care. You no longer accept chaos as passion. You begin to understand that calm can be deep, respect can be romantic, and kindness can be powerful. This is the love your future self understands. A love that does not ask you to become a smaller version of yourself. A love that does not make you choose between connection and peace. A love that does not make your heart feel like it must keep earning a place. This love may begin within you, but it does not end there. The more you honor yourself, the more your life begins to shift. You may feel drawn to different people, different choices, different spaces, different ways of caring for your own spirit. You may lose interest in what once kept you hooked. You may feel less excited by confusion and more grateful for calm. You may begin to value the people who show up with simple, honest care. This is not losing your magic. This is your magic becoming healthy. You are no longer using your light to chase shadows. You are using your light to see clearly. You are using your love to build safety. You are using your tenderness to heal, not to keep reopening what hurts. Let this return be gentle. Do not rush yourself to feel completely free. Do not measure healing by whether you still think of them. Thoughts may come, feelings may move through, memories may visit, but you are no longer required to obey every feeling. You can notice the ache and still choose peace. You can remember the love and still choose yourself. You can feel longing and still know that longing is not always guidance. Your soul is learning a new language, the language of calm, the language of self-respect, the language of love that does not beg, the language of peace that stays. And as this language grows stronger, the old story grows quieter, not because it never mattered, but because it is no longer the only story. You are writing a new one with every gentle choice, with every moment of self-kindness, with every boundary, with every return to your own heart. You are not empty because they could not love you well. You are open because you are healing. You are not lost because something ended. You are being guided back to yourself. You are not hard to love because someone made love feel hard. You are worthy of love that feels clear, warm, and safe. Let that be the truth you carry into the next chapter. Not the fear that you were not enough, not the worry that better love will never come, not the belief that pain is the only kind of love you know. Carry the truth that you are returning. Carry the truth that your heart is learning. Carry the truth that space is opening. And where space opens, new life can enter. Now that you are no longer giving your whole heart to what keeps hurting you, something inside you can finally rest. This is the gift of release, not emptiness. Rest, not loss. Space, not the end of love. The beginning of love that no longer asks you to abandon yourself. You have spent enough time chasing what made you question your worth, enough time waiting for care that arrived in pieces, enough time trying to make pain become peace, enough time holding on to a connection that kept your body in fear and your heart in doubt. Now your spirit is ready for something softer. A love that does not make you beg. A love that does not make you shrink. A love that does not make you wonder if your feelings matter. A love that can meet you with honesty, warmth, and respect. But even before that love arrives through another person, it is arriving through you. It arrives every time you speak to yourself with kindness. It arrives every time you stop calling your needs too much. It arrives every time you choose peace over the old pull. It arrives every time you remember that your heart is sacred and deserves to be treated with care. Better love can finally find space because you are making space within yourself. Space where fear used to sit. Space where waiting used to live. space where self-blame used to speak, space where your own peace can now grow. This is the moment where the pain begins to become wisdom. You are not the same person who entered the old story. You are more aware now, more honest now, more connected to your own heart now. You know what it feels like to lose yourself in chasing, and you also know what it feels like to begin coming home. That knowing will guide you. It will help you notice what is safe. It will help you step back from what feels familiar but harmful. It will help you choose love that does not require your self-loss. It will help you trust peace instead of drama. My dear, this is a beautiful turning point. You do not have to hate the past to leave it behind. You do not have to regret every moment to choose a new direction. You do not have to close your heart to protect it. You can let your heart stay open, but now it opens with wisdom. It opens where care is present. It opens where respect is real. It opens where truth can be spoken. It opens where your soul does not have to disappear. This is how better love is welcomed. Not by chasing it, not by forcing it, not by trying to prove you are ready, but by becoming a person who no longer makes a home out of hurt. By becoming a person who can feel affection without losing self-respect. By becoming a person who knows that love and peace are meant to belong together. You may not see everything that is coming. You may not know who will enter your life, what will change, or how your heart will feel in the future. But you do not need to know every detail to trust that choosing yourself is the right path. Life responds to the way you honor yourself. When you stop settling for confusion, you create space for clarity. When you stop feeding old pain, you create space for peace. When you stop chasing what drains you, you create space for love that gives back. And this love does not only arrive as romance. It arrives as calm in your own body. It arrives as stronger self-trust. It arrives as new joy in simple things. It arrives as better choices, better connections, better inner words. It arrives as the feeling that you are no longer waiting outside your own life. You are inside your life again. You are inside your heart again. You are inside your own peace again. Let the old story become quieter now. Let it become something that taught you, not something that controls you. Let it become a chapter you can bless without living inside it. Let it become proof that you can survive heartbreak and still remain loving. Let it become the reason you no longer betray your own spirit for uncertain affection. The love that is right for you will not need you to be less alive. It will not need you to silence your truth. It will not need you to chase its basic care. It will not make you feel guilty for wanting honesty. It will not make your heart beg for a safe place. The love that is right for you will meet the version of you who has learned to honor herself. And if you are still healing, that is okay. You do not need to be perfect to be worthy of better love. You do not need to have no sadness left. You do not need to forget every memory. You only need to keep choosing the direction of peace. You only need to keep listening to the part of you that knows the difference between love and pain. That part is growing stronger. It is guiding you home. It is helping you open space for what can truly love you back. I am safe to let go. I am ready for love that feels peaceful. I no longer chase pain. I make space for what loves me back. And now, let this truth stay with you in a simple way. You are not behind. You are not rejected by life. You are not too late for love. You are not too broken to receive tenderness. You are being guided away from what could not hold you and toward what can meet you with care. The space you are feeling now is not punishment. It is preparation. It is your heart clearing itself. It is your soul making room. It is your life opening a quieter, kinder path. Do not be afraid of the space. Something better can enter there. Do not be afraid of the quiet. Your own heart is speaking there. Do not be afraid of choosing yourself. That choice is where better love begins. So let the chasing end gently. Let the old pain lose its place at the center. Let your energy come back to your own body, your own dreams, your own peace. Let the part of you that begged to be chosen finally feel chosen by you. You are allowed to stop running after what hurts. You are allowed to rest inside your own worth. You are allowed to receive love that does not make you lose yourself. Better love can finally find space because you have finally come home to yourself.